So the theme of today is awareness and salvation. So when we look to the word salvation and into the word salvation, sometimes we find ourselves in a position, and I just bring forward what I understand of salvation, which is maybe different from how people look at salvation. I have no idea. But sometimes we find ourselves in a position where we lose the connection with our inner being, or what they say in Christianity, our soul, or in Judaism, our soul. There is not a belief in a power which is larger or bigger as we are ourselves. Basically, we find ourselves in a situation then when we are totally identifying with the I we build up, with our person, our personality. And part of this is that our being, if you kind of would visualize a being, is encapsulated by fears. And those fears, you can give a name. They're social fears. Fear of rejection, fear and pain of not being seen. So we have the feeling that we enable to be, we basically have to move into a mode in which we all the time have to adjust ourselves. And this adjustment based on fear is bringing us very much into layers of pretense. It's not what you really feel deeply inside, or what's really your truth deeply inside, and sometimes you even kind of lose connection with that. So we come into a state of the only thing which is there, which is real, is the I and the physical I. This is the two things which are real. The problem is when we are in a situation like this, also we have very little connection with our physical existence. So when we look to the physical existence of ourselves, through which our form kind of comes forward, we have the feeling that we have to really, really, really work hard to deserve the right to exist. We have to adjust. This is the basis. And then to be, just to be here in the moment, is very difficult. So when you're in a situation like this, and there is something which touches you really, really to the depth of yourself, and you realize that there is something which is bigger as you, you're part of, and which is part of you. I think this is meant by salvation. But then salvation, in my eyes, is going further. At a certain moment we kind of, come to a position where we are more alive, where we are more living in the moment, and we are not that stuck into our persona. We don't take it too serious. You move kind of beyond the I into awareness. And awareness, basically when you look to it, is the feeling sense. When it deepens itself and it kind of moves together with other layers of ourselves, it kind of becomes not only a feeling sense, but it becomes a full experience. And then often when it becomes a full experience, we have the tendency to identify with the experience we have, or the experiences we are bringing forward, are brought forward through us. So if you're in bliss, or you feel a lot of love, you can kind of identify with love. I am a loving person, or I am a blissful person, or I am a sad person. And also when we have experiences we have the tendency to look into the experiences as if experiences are telling something about us. They're defining us. So this is a difficult situation, because when you meditate or you have an experience, and the experience is coming forward and it moves in a direction you don't like so much, you try to bend the experience back to the right pathway. So also it's important to let go this. And to let go of this means basically that you move beyond the experience to a deeper layer of perception. You are not your experience, as you're not your thoughts, as you're not the I, which is formulated inside yourself. So if you're not your experience, kind of you move back and you come into what I think the seat of awareness, in which you realize that almost everything you are able to experience, it's not defining you. But at the same time, something is happening to the whole area of being. It's an opening up, especially of the heart area, an opening up in which you become more and more aware that other people have their own experiences. And that even if there is the same situation, that everybody is experiencing it in a different, unique way. And that all these experiences are adding up. They're kind of interlinked. They belong together. It's not that your experience is the truth. It's just the way you're able to experience. So moving further in, what you see is that, you're almost able to experience anything. And then still we can kind of move a step back, which is in what I just said before, that, our unique way to experience is also a form. Is also not the ultimate truth. And then there is a whole process in which we kind of move from being through non-being into a deep realization that experience itself, or how we experience, perception itself, are just forms. So when you look, there's different moments of salvation, of realization that something is there which is bigger as you are. That it's not about the I. It's not about I experience. And it's not about the experience either. It's not about our ability to experience, to perceive. It's not about our ability to observe. It's about what's laying beyond that. So again, when you look to this, there's different layers we can experience through. We can experience through consciousness, through awareness, and through the perception through emptiness. In all these layers we have the tendency to be sticky, to stick to our thoughts, to stick to our experiences, our feelings, to stick to the forms which are coming forward. This is what I am. I'm that and that and that and that and that and that. So if we are everything, again, freedom is born. If we are nothing, freedom is born as well. But when we take a certain experience or a certain form or a certain thought which is defining us, we lose our freedom. And in losing our freedom, we're in need of salvation to find our freedom back again. Okay, let's move into the morning meditation. So I like to start to connect with the ID. And I like you to kind of connect with light on the ID. And then we move with the light around ourselves till underneath the feet, so that we kind of are totally covered with light. And then we move to the heart chakra, and we place light on the heart, and just for some time just let happen whatever is happening in the heart. Then we move with the light from the heart after a while to the root, and we place light on the root coccyx area. And just let happen whatever is happening in the light. Then we move with the light down to the feet, from the feet up to the heart again, and from the heart down to the feet, and feet up to the heart again, and then again we take some time to just let whatever comes forward, to let it come forward. And at the same time, in making these movements, I like you kind of, to really try to look at how you perceive, what is perceiving in you. And see if you're able to see if there's something beyond what is perceiving in you, what's perceiving that. And maybe there is something beyond that which is perceiving as well. Okay, that's the morning meditation. I would like to take half an hour, and after half an hour we have a little break and some music. Or some music and a little break.